Begin by greasing a baking tray or lining it with greaseproof paper. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Begin by sifting the flour into a large mixing bowl. Sifting the flour adds air to the mixture, making the texture of the scones lighter. It also removes any lumps that might be in the flour. Add butter to the flour, and avoiding the palm of your hand, as it's the hottest part of your hand, and using your fingertips only, rub the butter into the flour to create breadcrumbs. It's important to keep the mixture as cold as possible to make the texture nice and crumbly. Check for any large lumps, shake the bowl, and any bigger bits should rise to the top. Using a tablespoon and a knife, we are now going to form a dough. Add in your extra ingredients, in this case grated cheese, and using a knife and forming a figure of 8 in the bowl, stir in the ingredients. Use your spare hand to rotate the bowl as you form or write the figure of 8 into the mixture. The figure of 8 ensures the mixture mixes evenly. Add half a teaspoon of mustard. In this case, I've used Coleman's. If you don't have mustard powder, this works just as well. Gradually add your milk to form a dough. We're adding 1 tablespoon of milk at a time, stirring really well in between each addition of milk. Stirring with a knife in the figure of 8 ensures the milk is mixed evenly. Adding it gradually means that we don't add too much too soon. As you add the milk, the fine breadcrumbs will clump together and start to form a dough. When there are no more fine breadcrumbs left in the bottom of the bowl, using your hands and very, very quickly and lightly bring the mixture together to form a ball of dough. You can do this in the bowl or you can tip it out onto the worktop and do it on there, but you must not handle the dough too much and you must not knead it. Crack your egg into a separate bowl and beat lightly with a fork. This will be used to glaze the scones before they go in the oven. Lightly dust the worktop with a bit of flour. And using your knuckle on your thumb as a guide, we're going to flatten the dough just to the height of our knuckle from the worktop. Using a pastry cutter, cut out your scones. Now for savoury scones, such as these, we use the straight edge. If they were sweet scones with raisins or sugar in, we'd use the fluted edge. Cut out the scones and place onto the baking tray. Always remember your first batch of scones that you've cut out will be the better batch as they've been handled less and they haven't been kneaded as much. Then lightly coat with beaten egg. Then place in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes until golden brown on top. A good scone will have risen nice and evenly.